Hello. Dzień dobry.
Okay, ready, Iga?
Yes.
Ready? Okay, congratulations, you've reached the semi-finals, a loss of just 14 games up to this point. Just talk about how you're feeling right now and the confidence going into the next round.
Well, for sure, I'm proud that I've been doing, the same kind of work with good intensity and just, pushing my opponents from the beginning of the matches. And for sure today was, I would say, tougher than the score says, but I'm happy that I'm in the semis.
Okay, I'd like the first question here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You mentioned the fact that Wim really gave you a lot of support during the doping case in terms of mental strength, etc. But tennis-wise, what was his biggest input, or what did it change in your game since you work with him?
Well, I wouldn't say like mental strength because this is something that I need to have, and also, I'm happy that, he just decided that he wants to work and he let me, be focused on tennis and especially, having a new coach, you need to also be ready for some changes. So I kept my mind open and busy with just working on court, and that for sure helped. And overall, I think he's a pretty supportive guy with, the experience of working with many players. So I think he understands and he knows what we deal with sometimes.
Okay, we'll go Paul, Howard, Neil.
Hi, well done, Iga. Just jumping ahead, obviously we know it's going to be Madison in the next round. Just talk us through what particular strengths she brings to the court. I know you've got a good 4-1, I think it is, record against her, just the one defeat, and what you need to do to counteract her strengths.
Well, last part of the question, I'll prepare today and tomorrow. I wasn't really looking forward before, so now that I know my opponent, we'll do the work with him and prepare the tactics. But obviously, she likes to also play intense and pretty fast, and she's using her powers, especially on a faster hard court. So I need to be ready for that and be proactive and also good in defense. I guess in semis, if you play against any opponent, they deserve to be there. So it's going to be tough no matter what, no matter who is on the other side of the net. So I'll do my best.
Howard?
Hi.
Early in the second set, there was that point with the double bounce there. What did you see and feel at your end? And did you, perhaps after seeing a replay before that, consider conceding the point?
Honestly, I didn't see the replay up to this point because after the point, I didn't look up for the screens because I wanted to stay focused, and I didn't want this point to stay in my head for a longer period of time, but I wasn't sure if it was a double bounce or I hit it with my frame. It was hard to say because I was full sprinting, and I don't remember even seeing the contact point. I don't know. Sometimes you don't really look when you hit the ball. So I wasn't sure. I thought, this is the umpire's kind of job to call it, and I was also waiting for the VAR, but I didn't see it. So I just kind of proceed, and I already focused on the next one.
Because there's the technology there and there are the replays, do you think those should be reviewable in a different way than they are now, Emma?
Well, honestly, I never...
Because the point kept going, she hit the ball back, but...
I think it's the same with the challenges. Before we had electronic line calling, so it should be pretty smooth because it's the same way of reacting, also stopping the point. But honestly, I never experienced yet my opponent or me using it, so I don't know yet.
Okay, Neil?
Sorry, just to clarify, so Emma was told she couldn't review it because she didn't stop during the point. So just the point is, do you think that's a fair rule? Do you think that rule should be changed so at the end of the point the umpire can have a look at it just to get the right outcome? I
don't know. I never really thought about it deeper, I would have to analyze more. Honestly, this is the first time something like that happened to me, so I'm not sure. But I think they already had kind of a lot of time to think it through. So if there would be some better option, I think tennis would use it. We already had some tense situations in other matches in also ATP last year. So I guess the referees kind of think about it, and it's their kind of job to make the proper rules.
Okay, Chris?
The success that you've had going deeper in Grand Slams, how much more does that shape your confidence, relaxing the nerves, than maybe when you were younger at this stage?
Well, honestly, I wasn't going so deep in Grand Slams so much, except Roland Garros. So for sure now I'm happy that I'm kind of playing my level here. And last year's my journey here finished at fourth and third rounds. So for sure I feel more confident now. And when I was a junior, I remember, when I was a junior, I was playing junior Grand Slams, and for sure the experience helped. And I was aware what to expect later on. And when I was just a rookie, it was also different because I was just an underdog, and I thought Grand Slams are my opportunity to maybe do a little bit more, because sometimes you can get like easier match in the first round than on WTA, where the draw is smaller.
Okay, we'll go here, then James, then Courtney. Yep.
Iga, now in your box you have a coach who used to know you as an opponent. Now he's on your side. How is it going, this relationship with Bim at your box?
Well, for sure, I think he's really experienced because of that, and he also knows like what I should work on. I would be pretty angry, if I wouldn't have the last slam I won because of Wim. But it's never like Naomi also played amazing, so it was a tough one. But yeah, for sure, this is also like something that I thought about when we started working, that he's pretty good tactically, because I felt that on the court, again playing against Naomi, for example. So yeah. But, even without this match, I would know that he's experienced because he has already a lot of titles. So, yeah.
Okay, James. Sorry. Did you have more?
You kind of mentioned Roland Garros was the place you first went deep at Grand Slams. Do you feel like you have in your career had a point to prove on other surfaces, and that the way you're playing at this tournament, because I think this is probably the best you've played in Australia, do you think you're proving that point? Yeah,
for sure. This is something that I always wanted to improve. I know that every week is going to be different, a different story, but for sure this year I felt like I should just focus on work and kind of have the same mindset as on practices, just improving point by point, and it has been working. So I mean, it's not like I need to prove it to other people, it's more that I need to kind of believe, and I feel I believe more now.
Okay, Courtney, and then here, and then we'll finish with Tumaini. Courtney?
Yeah, congrats, Iga.
Thank you.
In terms of, you talk a lot about playing by instinct, that when you are playing kind of at your best, you're being instinctual. When a new coach kind of comes in, and so it's a different voice, how much does that impact, what you're split, how you feel you're playing instinctually, I suppose?
I think it depends on the coach and what he says, because, it's not like Wim came and he told me to play in a way that I can't, So I think, as I said, like before when I was describing how we started, I think this, like working with him, is more like a evolution instead of revolution. I wasn't looking for anybody to turn my game like upside down and change some crazy things, I wanted to improve the things that were obvious to improve for me and for him as well. And it's always me who's making the decisions on the court. So for sure, it's easier when you can use your instincts. It's when you overthink it, it's not going to go well. But sometimes it happens. So yeah, Wim. I mean, he didn't tell me anything like to confuse me. So so it's been great so far.
Okay, over here and then Tumaini. Yep.
Congratulations, Iga.
Thank you.
Getting to this point of the tournament without dropping a set yet, it's very impressive. But yeah, sometimes the media is like looking around for words to describe that kind of play, and often they say things like ruthless. I wanted to know what you think of that characterization and how you describe your game.
Well, on tennis court, you kind of need to be ruthless, but I wouldn't say, because ruthless usually means that something negative also as well. But I think for me, just focusing on myself and having the same kind of attitude no matter what the score is important. And this is what I base my strength on, and my consistency and the way I just continue to do the good things, I do on court. So maybe it looks ruthless, but it's not my goal to do that. I just want to win more and more games, and this is the effect I got for the past matches.
Okay, last one, Tumani.
Congrats, Iga.
Thanks.
You mentioned your results at other slams outside of Roland Garros. I'm curious just what feels different over the past few weeks in the way you've played and prepared compared to, you know, the other slams when you didn't go as far as you wanted to.
Honestly, there's no way to like answer in one sentence because sometimes it's the draw, sometimes I don't know how tired I am, sometimes the stress level. It's always a different story and different journey. Like these tournaments are long, and even if you start amazing, like something can happen during the 2 weeks. And I wouldn't say like something is like super different. Probably. Yeah, I feel like I'm relaxed and just focus on the right things, and I don't have anything that is like disturbing me, you know. So yeah, I just have the right mindset and attitude and right focus, and this is the base, I would say. And then I can play my tennis and not really think too much about other stuff. So it's a mix always.